Hey guys, welcome to another commentary done by Diggity. This is once again the UCSD Winter Games Fest. This is the round of 32 match between Random Korean and Ogenki.Lzuruha. I have no idea how to pronounce that. Lzuruha. Yeah, whatever. Anyway, 12 o'clock we have Random Korean as the purple protoss. 9 o'clock position we have orange terran as Ogenki, aka tupham. I'll just do it that way, tupham. And it's funny because Random Korean was saying that the three people I don't want to play against Korra in the first round. I don't want to play against that random A- Zerg player, who, the random Korean A- Zerg who come up later in some of these commentaries. And then I don't want to play against Tu, because Tu's a really solid player as well, and he ends up playing Tu in the first round. And actually this side of the bracket was really stacked altogether. I think Xerus and Lore on the opposite end were really kind of the scary players on the opposite end of the bracket. But this bracket, it seemed like almost every single player is one of those guys you did not want to play against. Anyway, and by the way, if anybody has any replays from the UCSD tournament you want me to do, just go ahead and give me a shout, send me the replays on, I'm not sure if you can attach, but just send me a PM on YouTube, or if you have any other shout outs in that regard. Anyway, Random Korean, really solid random player. Random is legal. Looks like he just got spotted out which race he was, because he's got that scout off right off the bat. Unfortunately for tupham, he's kind of at that 9 o'clock position, which you can't do a pure seal on, so you really got to put the barracks more at this location. You can't seal it, and we'll see if Random Korean really kind of exploits that and goes for more of a 10-15 gate, realizing that that's where 2 is at that 9 o'clock position. Looks like he's got that first gateway down. 2 just going to run up and attack that Nexus in the meantime, try to block his front door while he's getting that pure seal up to try to kind of put Random Korean in the dark. But 2 really solid player. We saw him beat Xerus actually at SoCal Land 3, which poor Xerus, he's become kind of the measure of a really good player, whether you can beat Xerus or not. It's kind of like Midas in Pro League. And as far as their personalities, 2 guys, just to kind of give you guys an idea, it's funny, Random Korean, he's like one of the more charismatic guys I know. He was saying how much he hated Firebat Hero because the Firebat Hero reminds him too much of himself. And really, it's funny because I feel like he has a lot of the same charisma that Firebat Hero does. It looks like he's got that gas going in as well. And it looks like he is going to go for a 10-15, he's putting that down, Cybernetics core down now. Let's see if he puts down another gateway on 15 supply momentarily here. And he's trying to kill that SCV scout before, it looks like just using probes before he kind of reveals anything else. Anyway, it looks like a front door seal is up for 2, so he's got that front door seal. Still expect a second gateway here and this is, I don't remember this game entirely. I actually came out on the middle of it, so I'm not sure what the opening builds are here. But I expect a 15 gate just because of that 9 o'clock position once again, but it looks like another pylon going down rather than the second gateway here to exploit this 9 o'clock position. Ooh, killing a probe through the supply depot. Looks like that supply depot going to be somewhat delayed as a result. Looks like a factory will be going down momentarily, and we'll see if we're going to see a second factory immediately alongside, or if we're just going to see more of a safe build. And I've got to assume we're going to see a second factory or some sort of tech, because 3 SCVs still on gas here on the opposite end. And it looks like that SCV scout was killed and a Dragoon now being produced inside the base. And that's interesting, that a pylon before a Dragoon right there as well. So we'll see how this works out for Random Korean. He's still got that probe just kind of hanging out, just making sure that those Marines are wandering out there. And it looks like the second SCV coming out to build a second gateway. So it's going to be a 2 gateway push against Random Korean early in the game, and only a single Dragoon, and it's at a single gateway right here, a robotics facility going down. And we'll see if Random Korean really sniffs this out and if he'll be able to counter it. But anyway, I think, Random Korean has a lot of the same charisma that Firebat Hero does, and I know he'll hate me saying that, but he really is. He's a fun, charismatic guy. 2 on the opposite end, he's just one of those really relaxed guys. He's just really kind of one of those guys you have fun hanging out with, just because, he's kind of, he's more the quiet guy, but he's just definitely fun. And it looks like that tank going to be somewhat delayed, so this Dragoon should be able to put a little bit of pressure on that front door. It looks like instead it's going to try to go after that SCV scout, which is running up here. There is a Zealot to block that front door. It looks like a Zealot being produced alongside. And we'll see if this Dragoon, the Dragoon now pushing up on that front door to get a couple Marine kills. Might be able to get a Marine kill. A little bit of miss micro there. Going to get a couple hits now on that supply depot. And it looks like the SCV Scout, yeah, going to be backed off, so not able to. And no range going up as well. A quick shuttle, actually, from Random Korean. So he's going to produce that quick shuttle early and a couple Zealots alongside. That'll definitely help somewhat against this 2-gate, but usually you want to have that second gateway down, some range alongside. There's no robotics or support bay. Expected to see an observatory there, but it looks like he's going to have a quick Reaver out, and that Reaver could definitely help. It's going to have to rely a lot on his Reaver micro to kind of counter this. That first tank being produced, that first Vulture as well, and mines being researched. So a lot of micro going to have to be between the Zealot, this Dragoon, the Reaver, and that shuttle. It looks like the observatory coming out along second to really kind of fight against this, and it looks like that SCV trying to assail that Dragoon as much as possible. It looks like just 4 Marines in a single tank, so Ogenki being a little bit mischievous here, showing as though he's going to go for a fast expansion and bringing up the Vulture on delay here, and is going to push momentarily, showing a little bit of a fake double look here, but looks like he's got more mines, and they're not producing a second Vulture though, so he might still go for an expansion. But so 2 Vultures, 4 Marines, and a tank. Looks actually 3 Vultures momentarily, and might just go for an expansion after this. And it looks like, yeah, he's just built these units to put down an expansion, not going to actually push it in the meantime. And it looks like some Zealots now being put in the shuttle, and the Reaver should be coming out momentarily. And we'll see essentially if Ogenki can get some mines back at his main, if he can pull these Marines back inside of his base without getting them picked off. And it looks like he's going out with a little bit of an expedition crew here. Towards the middle of the map. I'm sure he scouted the direction. I'm kind of curious why he's doing this. Maybe to make sure, check if there's any Dragoons out there. He wants this to get spotted, really, to kind of give the impression that he's going for a fake double. Unfortunately, it's not going to get spotted, and it looks like Random Korean is going to be able to get these Zealots and this Reaver in the back of Ogenki's base. Ogenki not quite prepared for it. He's got that turret there. He's getting spotted. The 4 Vultures kind of wandering out to bring up a little bit of a nervous tick, perhaps, for Random Korean. Unfortunately, Random Korean already has this Reaver starting to move towards that main. Going to be able to come down and do a lot of disruption here. So it looks like you're going to have to evacuate his base. Turret's not even anywhere close to being built here. There's that first Scarab. It looks like it's going to be a dud, but not a dud, actually. Able to get, it looks like 5 kills with a single shot. Both Zealots dropping as well. Going to be able to clear that turret up. And this is absolutely disastrous for Ogenki. He's going to be able to kill at least a Zealot, but still getting a lot of his tech disrupted, losing all of his Marines with a single hit, which is exactly what you don't want, because you still want to have those Marines out. And wow, even more kills. Looks like, wow, this is beautiful attack from this Reaver. Looks like the Zealots, the Vultures in the meantime trying to push that front door, not getting anything done there. Secondary, this is just disastrous for Ogenki. As you can see, he doesn't have any SCVs to speak of. This Reaver just has all sorts of kills. Looks like I've seen like 5 SCVs. This is terrible SCV saturation. 23 kills already on this Reaver. This has been a beautiful harassment for Random Korean. Just absolutely beautiful Scarab shots, and it looks like he's going to come out with this game fairly easily without much hurrah here. So nice Reaver harass, and finally it looks like an Observer coming out to clear out these mines as well. Second gateway is up. It looks like, yeah, that Reaver harass really paying off. So skipping that Dragoon range really worked out. Ogenki is going to have to GG right there. Xerus coming out with the game with a solid Reaver harass. Very quick game. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Thank you for listening.